So we're
supposed to go back
so
to
the
our
idea
group,
is that
yeah.
we're going back into the working groups. And if you have an interest in exploring different working groups, then now's a good opportunity to do that. But then also, the first part of working groups was to have some big picture sort of flush out ideas, and then the second upcoming working group is for smaller groups to start to assemble based on some of those things that were talked about. And then also I'm going to call out Steve Bertman. If you have a computer or if you can anoint someone to go to his web address and fill out some information about what you guys talked about the first session, and then also do some of that for the second session. And then Paul and Donna, if either of you could work on for the aquatics, filling out some of that, I think that'd be great. And one of the reasons why I want to do this is because, so in the terrestrial group, we spent a good chunk of time talking about terrestrial and aquatic interactions. And if we don't share what we've been talking about amongst the different aquatic and terrestrial groups, then we don't understand the potential for collaboration. So that's what I'm hoping this document will serve as. All right? So in here is terrestrial again, aquatics in Wolverine, and atmospheric in Jones. Kitchen.
Could we, did we want to have the group leaders just briefly report out on?
Yeah, we could do.
Could we do that? I mean, just a few words about, where you're going and what you might be. Pardon? Okay, Luke. Luke's choking. Why don't we could start with Steve?
Right, I am choking, and that's true in several ways.
Anybody know the Heimlich?
Oh, it's really just true in the one way.
Okay.
We did. I don't know if what we had was consensus or not. We talked about a variety of things, and there were some common themes. And one of those was that we can do better research as an entire field station by integrating all the different things that we do. And one of the ways we can do that is to study water. One of the ways we can be integrative in our ecology is to study things which themselves are integrative, like watersheds.
And for more detail about that, you can go to the
notes.
This handy notes.
Since let's see, and a few words from the water people. Was that who that Paul and?
Well, I know that they talked about dam removal in Lake Catherine on the Maple River.
And in terms of the aquatic group, or the atmospheric group, and I'm not an atmospheric scientist, but I know something about atmospheric science. We talk about the model and strategies for recruiting an atmospheric scientist. We talk about a white paper that might be written. Steve, would you like to just briefly, we're just giving a few words, not presentations.
Right, we talked about future field, large-scale field missions at the Profit Lab. Possibly a white paper is at NSF now. We're looking at possibly summer of 2016. Still, we talk about potential opportunities to look at the effect of forest disturbance on atmospheric chemistry and particle formation by leveraging the facet infrastructure. All that is still an underdeveloped opportunity of work at UMBS. And just we could talk about the number of people who are still interested in following up on work at Profit, so that there will likely be some activity in the near future. Possibly, also still there's interest in the prescribed burn. If we can, there are some constraints moving the Profit tower. So where the wind is blowing on that day might be a little impressionable. There are a number of things that people are still very interested in working on, and I would love to hear what potential collaborations are possible.
here from the aquatic group?
Is the other one here?
He's not.
Okay, so we talked a lot about the big thing that's going to happen in Aquatic Group in summer of 2016. They're going to pull the dam out south of Lake Catalina. So we have an opportunity for a naturalistic experiment, almost like a facet, where downstream the Maple River is going to have a pretty significant disturbance event. How's that going to change the downstream biota, chemistry, and upstream, what's that going to impact erosion and geochemistry and all that kind of stuff. So the big thing in our mind is we've only got 1 year to capture pre-event data. We're going to get our act in gear so we get the right data.
Thank you. And I will, as Jason said, we'll all be meeting in the same group, same rooms. Feel free to mix across.
Yep.